I grew up in a working-class immigrant household. My parents were not educated, close-minded, and struggled with English, and consequently, I picked up many bad habits. They taught me what they knew from their upbringing and their environment. Their parenting style was tough. I did learn a lot from them, good and bad. Unfortunately, I was influenced negatively by my environment, criticism, and surroundings. As a result, I was anything less than a gentleman. I was intrigued throughout the years on becoming a better version of myself, which includes learning new skills, improving all aspects of my life that I can control, experiencing new challenges, and understanding different disciplines. I realized how stimulating it is for the mind and body. We will be learning and sharing all these new experiences as we discover them. This content will be focusing on the transition of a gentleman. It does not matter what social class you're born into. Anyone can become a gentleman. There are many ways to improve yourself without having to break the bank. We will be trying to become proficient in different disciplines, forming a repertoire that will make us develop skills to make us more complete as a result of being well-rounded individuals and ultimately gentlemen.
My experience with Croquet was fantastic. I enjoyed learning the game and playing it. Croquet is truly a game that can be played by anyone at any age. There are traditions such as the all-white clothing that make for classy, fashionable sport. It is expected of players to act politely, uphold decorum, and refrain from creating distractions or making loud noises during play. Croquet demands composure and poise, especially when playing under duress. The group that taught me how to play were very experienced and patient with my level. They did a great job of explaining the techniques behind being a good player. Everything from the proper stance and alignment, grip of the mallet, backswing, contact point, follow through, and most importantly, the eye focus. Your eyes can never leave that ball before and after hitting the croquet ball.
The gentleman grooming experience is a ritual of refinement that combines traditional methods with contemporary luxury, going beyond a simple haircut or shave. My experience at Lather and Steel Barbershop was all that and more. The aesthetics of rich woods, leather chairs, and classical music create a serene, sophisticated, and manly atmosphere. The air had scented notes of sandalwood. Lather and Steel Barbershop is not merely a service station. It is a proper gentleman's grooming haven. Sappho carefully trimmed my hair using clippers and shears as we enjoyed conversation over different topics. We went on to use the hot towel treatment once the haircut was complete, opening pores that makes the face more relaxed. Infused with essential oils such as lavender. Now my face was ready for the straight razor shave. First he applied pre-shave oil, then using a badger brush to create a warm lather. Safa surgically used the straight razor as an art rather than a task. He concluded with a cold towel and calming balm on my face. The gentleman's code of grooming consistency demonstrates that discipline is demonstrated by routine upkeep. Subtle grace is usually successful. Being well-groomed is a sign of self-control and concern, not of vanity. Essentials of an at-home gentleman grooming kit consist of straight or safety razor, lather bowl and shaving brush, superior grade beard balm or oil, products for hair styling that are appropriate for your hair type, moisturizing hand cream and nail set, and finally a signature scent, not too strong. The Gentleman Grooming Experience is a personal heritage of care, character, and calm confidence that goes beyond appearance. Boxing, at its core, is about discipline, respect, and integrity, all of which are key traits of a gentleman. The strategy, reaction, mental, and physical fortitude makes it a challenge for anyone. When I started boxing, I realized how difficult it was just to get into boxing shape. Whether it was hitting the heavy bag, doing drills with teammates, conditioning, and sparring. I quickly realized it is not an easy sport. Even though 3 minutes does not sound like a long time. Believe me, try hitting a heavy bag with proper technique for 5 rounds with 30 seconds breaks between, and let me know how you feel. Through my experience, boxing demands physical conditioning, mental focus, and strategic thinking. Testing yourself through training, sparring, and competition can be a useful tool for your personal growth and development in your everyday life. As of 2024, the Earth's population is 8 billion. 1 billion of those people love drinking coffee daily. Growing up, I never enjoyed the taste of coffee, but as the years have passed and my palate changed, I began to enjoy coffee, more specifically, cappuccinos. I had a great time learning how to make cappuccino and espresso at a workshop. A great espresso and cappuccino require careful attention to detail. For instance, using freshly ground coffee beans or creating a velvety frothy milk with a French press or frother. The ideal temperature for the milk is 145 degrees Fahrenheit. I also learned the importance of buying high-quality beans. Arabica and Robusta beans are used in coffee blends. They both have their differences, like Arabica is grown in higher elevations, cool climates, and shaded areas, while Robusta is grown in lower elevations, warmer temperatures, and less rich soils. Arabica taste is sweet, fruity, and nuanced. Robusta is bold, bitter, and earthy. Arabica has lower caffeine content, while Robusta has higher caffeine content. It really depends on your taste and preferences when selecting between the two. Being a skilled barista will take some time, but as soon as I have an espresso machine, I will make sure to practice constantly. From what I learned, I like the boost I get from the Robusta beans in my cappuccino. A gentleman's overall presence can be improved by the right scent, which goes well with his disposition, mannerisms, and public persona. Fragrances are about more than just smelling nice. They're about leaving an impression, stirring feelings, and expressing one's personality. A gentleman's fragrance of choice often reflects elegance and refinement, personal identity, mood and atmosphere, and style you want to portray to the world. My experience with actually creating my own cologne was unique. All the different scents were a bit overwhelming, as I do not have a good sense of smell. Trying to figure out which base, middle, and top note would work well together was difficult. The instructor at Oris Labs did a great job in helping me out, as this was all new to me. Every scent has a story behind it that embodies specific traits you are trying to display. When I was putting my fragrance together, I can't say I enjoyed the woody smells too much. I went with base, Palo Santo, Oceana, frankincense. Middle, cocoa butter, cactus flower, sea salt. Top, tropical blend. The description that was given to me was the person who would wear this combo is an enigmatic persona, carrying a distinctive charm that leaves an unforgettable presence. I enjoyed putting this cologne together, though in hindsight I would try to emulate more established brands in the men's perfume industry, as opposed to going with a scent that I enjoyed smelling. I found chess difficult to learn and overwhelming. The complexity of strategies, countless moves, opponent counters, and calculating risk make it a sport that I can appreciate at any level. It challenges your intellectual and psychological abilities, even at a beginner level. chess can really improve brain muscles. I am impressed with how quickly players can make those decisions on the fly while playing a competitive game. It will take me some time before I can get used to the speed of a regular player. My learning process is slow, as I notice I often make mistakes and fall into similar patterns after making a move. There is complex tactics, memory, and pattern recognition that is important to succeed in chess. There are so many sophisticated concepts that I have encountered while learning about chess. That makes it a gentleman's sport. Being a gentleman and practicing etiquette are closely related because they revolve around thoughtfulness toward others and a feeling of sophistication. The rules of etiquette offer a framework for acting politely and gracefully in a variety of social contexts, frequently serve as a guide for a gentleman's conduct. Through my experience of taking an etiquette seminar and reading Emily Post's etiquette book, I have learned that there's an etiquette for all social settings and interactions. There are so many details which I was unaware of. The seminar taught everything from setting a table, proper table manners, business meeting manners, networking etiquette, proper posture, body language, clothing, presentation, social graces, and proper vocabulary depending on setting. An important trait I learned, and is something I have worked on in recent years, was instead of using harsh language or violent actions, disagreements should be resolved diplomatically. It's about figuring out how to disagree with someone while still showing them respect. In the face of conflict, a gentleman maintains his composure, tact, and calmness. Instead of escalating the conflict, he tries to find a sensitive and understanding solution. His ability to resolve disagreements amicably demonstrates his gentlemanly traits in both personal and professional contexts. Through my experience, if you're not taught these etiquette skills early on through your upbringing or your surrounding environment, most likely you have no idea what is right or wrong considering how casual the current society is in North America compared to past generations.